South Carolina has an all-male Supreme Court now. And because of that, they've decided to reverse course on an abortion ban and allow for a 6-week abortion ban to go in effect. That's right. This 4-1 ruling is a complete reversal from an earlier decision just a few months ago that struck down the Republican 6-week abortion ban that was passed in 2021. But this new ban is gonna take effect immediately. And the reason that it's come to pass is that the lone woman who was on the Supreme Court of South Carolina was forced to retire. Yes, in a full circle of forcing women to do things with their own bodies and their lives. Kaye Hearn, Justice Kaye Hearn was forced to retire, and now they passed their abortion ban. So the decision brings an end to the brief relief that abortion rights advocates found in January when then Justice Kaye Hearn wrote a majority opinion striking down that 6-week ban tied to the 2021 state ban, arguing it violated the state's constitutional right to privacy, which again, the right to privacy is the foundation of Roe v. Wade in general. But not no more. Because we got Justice John Kitteridge, who wrote for the new majority, the all-male majority, the non-uterus having majority, that acknowledged that the 2023 law also infringes on a woman's right to privacy and bodily autonomy. But the state legislature reasonably determined this time around that those interests don't outweigh the interest of the unborn child to live. So I see that it infringes on all of your privacy and your bodily autonomy and your whole life, but the unborn zygote, but the thing that isn't even a human at all, that's who we're trying to protect. And if they're a woman, damn, we messed up, I guess. Okay, but if it's a boy zygote, then we will protect it. So Sharon, they straight up replaced a judge, a female judge with a male judge, and then got this 6-week abortion passed.
Kaye Hearn wouldn't say or do what they wanted her to do. All she did was talk about a sacred thing, a private thing, nothing more sacred, nothing more private than your body and the decisions that had to be made. And for that, she is now, I don't know if she golfs, but she's no longer able to sit with the boys and say anything. It's not like she was a shouter. She just quietly resisted and reasoned, and for that, forced to retire.
Yeah, and she aged into the mandated retirement age, which is 72. But then they immediately, and this is one my thing about courts, it's like they immediately revisited the case. It's settled. What are we doing here? Why do we make laws and why do we have decisions if we can revisit them within months? There's not even a grace period. The people of South Carolina, the women of South Carolina are subject to this immediately. Again, effective immediately. There were people at Planned Parenthood hoping to get reproductive care, maybe to terminate a pregnancy. That has all been thrown into the balance now. And Justice Kaye Hearn did respond by text. She said it's a very sad day for our state. And this is just finally why, elections matter on a state level, and specifically Supreme Court justices matter. So the legislature is going to approve this new Judge Kitteridge, and will choose another justice next year. But however your state decides this, whether it's your state legislature appointing or whether it is a vote, these judges, this is where the rot begins to take hold. This is where right-wingers get their foot in. This is where rich people get their foot in the door, is in state legislatures, is in Supreme Court, state Supreme Courts. So these elections absolutely matter. And I hope that the people of South Carolina can push back.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.